Welcome to sunny Sebring, Florida. It is the season before the season getting set to take place. The Yacademy Winter Series, presented by Cooper Tires, is back again. The car count has nearly doubled for the USF Junior Division, and we're getting set to go green for 3 full races here. Qualifying has been run. NIKITA Johnson and Noah Ping will start from the front row. So here we are, on board Noah Ping, heading into the final corner. Round 1 of 3 here at Sebring. 3 more rounds to come later in the season at Homestead for a 6-round championship. But it all starts right here, right now. This is where you set the tone for your Yacademy Winter Series. Lots of prizes on the line, and as the safety car dives into pit lane, we get set to go to the start box. NIKITA Johnson on the pole, Ping to the outside, and we're on the power. Green flag in the air when the 2022 season's underway. Good run for Noah Ping on the outside. More pressure for Johnson coming from behind as Elliott Cox looks for a way by. And into turn number 1. Around the outside, Ping sails it. He washes out. Johnson will have the momentum as Ping has to get out of the gas on the exit. And NIKITA Johnson leads her field to turn number 2. Instantly, Noah Ping on the defense. Here comes more pressure to the outside. Is Elliott Cox in the number 67, Sarah Fisher-Hartman driver development. And to the outside, he'll stay. Ping will get clear here out of the turn 5 hairpin as Johnson pulls to a 4-car length lead. The good news for Elliott Cox, there are a lot of places to pass here around Sebring International Raceway. He's coming up to another one here. Ping knows it. Ping will cover off the inside. Cox goes to the outside once again. They'll go wheel to wheel, nearly banging tires into the corner. And Cox on the outside lane once again has to give way. Noah Ping doing a great job defending at the moment. Now here's a great onboard shot as NIKITA Johnson is going to come under fire for the lead. Ping to the outside lane. Down the front straightaway. The momentum on the side of the 55. He'll nose ahead to turn number 1. Can he get clear? He does. But Johnson will again be able to hold and find grip on the inside. And now NIKITA Johnson edges ahead to turn number 2. Looking to the outside for Ping, to the inside for Johnson. Johnson will retain the lead. No change up front here to turn 3. All that battling has put Noah Ping heavy on the brakes to defend, and it actually got a little bit too deep there into turn number 5. NIKITA Johnson had to go wide, cut him some slack, gave him space. Now here comes Ping again to the inside of the next zone. Almost clear. He is clear. Noah Ping, your new leader here in race number 1. Now Ping under fire from Johnson on the back straightaway. Here they come to turn 16 and 17. Final couple corners on the racetrack. Elliott Cox is going to mess things up a little bit here as he stuffs the nose down the inside. Johnson was maybe thinking of a crossover, and when he backed out to crossover Ping, Cox was there, and they're going to split Ping down the front straightaway, or at least they're going to try to. Ping will cover off the inside, so that'll move Cox to the outside. Here they go, 3 wide to turn 1. Ping in the middle. Johnson around the bottom will get clear by the exit of the corner, and NIKITA Johnson goes back to the lead. Here comes Sam CORRY in the red light oil number 14. He's trying to get clear on Cox. He will. Moves Sam CORRY into 3rd. Battling for it back. Elliott Cox down the back straightaway. Side by side as the 67 goes high once again. CORRY deep on the brakes. Overshoots the exit, and Elliott Cox will have the momentum. Here he comes for 3rd. He will take the spot back. And the 67 car is once again in contention for a podium here at Sebring on race number 1. Sam CORRY now with a good run here, looking down the inside. He'll think better of it. And he gets into the back of the 67. Around goes Elliott Cox in front of the field. And the Sarah Fisher-Hartman driver development car will fall back. Johnson and Ping will get away. CORRY falls into the mix of the next group, and Cox is now fighting his way back forward here. Here he is behind a couple of the DC Autosport entries, going 3 wide down to turn number 5. He'll get to the inside, get through on 1, get through on 2, and Cox is at least 2 spots higher towards the top 10 as they battle behind him. Back up front though, Noah Ping through the final corner will not be close enough. NIKITA Johnson has drawn this race out, pulled away, and will win round 1 at Sebring. And the rookie standout from 2021 will now enter 2022 as the points leader. Ping ends in second. Cox ends up rebounding to third after a penalty for Sam Corry puts him back down to fourth. NIKITA Orlando in the 61 rounds out the top 5.
I was trying to race with Noah, trying to gain some spots, but it never really worked. So I was just back in third, and then while we were battling, the group just caught up to us. And I got into a little contact and spun around and went back. It was pretty fun coming back, and now I know we have the speed to try to compete for a win in the race.
So a couple hours removed, and now it's time for the invert race. The top 10 from race number 1 in terms of finishing order have been reversed. NIKITA Johnson now rolls off 10th. 10th place finisher here rolls off P1. The field's all lined up, ready to go green. And here we go down to turn number 1. And already Noah Ping gets squeezed down the middle as he tried to make a quick move, and the hole closed in on him. Everybody else is fanning out to the outside and inside as we see onboard Johnson trying to go around the outside lane. Ping on the inside, now looking to the inside to go 3 wide on Sam Corry. Turn 3, does he pull the trigger? He does not. Elliott Cox kind of to the outside of him, losing a little bit out now. In the 67, he'll drop back in line. All the while, the top 3, top 4 cars begin to get away. Your leaders from race 1 up to about 7th or 8th at the moment as they rocket down the backstretch towards the turn 5 hairpin. We ride on board Elliott Cox once again in the 67. He's waiting to see where Ping goes. Now he goes to the outside lane, and now there's more contact. Ping gets into the back of ARTIE FLORES and turns him into the Sarah Fisher Hartman driver development number 67 of Elliott Cox. And just like that, we're under yellow here on lap number 1. And 2 contenders, especially your podium finisher from race 1, Elliott Cox, are out on the first lap of race number 2. As they both try to get an idea of what in the world happened there. Cox obviously thinking at first that maybe Flores swerved over on him, but there was help from behind. We're back green though, down to turn number 1. So with ALANISAMBARD still leading here, David Burkett and under fire from Noah Ping and NIKITA Johnson as the Future Star Racing number 88 gets a little bit sideways on the inside lane. Here goes Ping through, Johnson's through as well. And the 7 car gets clear. Now, Noah Ping working on the 71. That's Ellis Pieza. Another one up ahead is Lockie Hughes in the 6 car, defending heavily on Ping, and that'll force him to go so narrow that Spieza will get a good run. Johnson kind of boxed in behind them. He's trying to carve his way through and then get up to Ping as well, because if Ping gets to the lead before Johnson, well, then Johnson may get caught fighting traffic and give Noah a good lead, and Noah knows that as well. He defends here through this section. With a little gap out front, the 55 still going to be under pressure. Now riding on board the number 71, Ellis Pieza on the rear wing of Lockie Hughes, and he gets into him. And around goes Lockie Hughes in the second front to rear contact. This race turns into another spin. This time it's the J. Howard driver development car going backwards as going forwards. NIKITA Johnson with a send. The number 7 car gets by, and that allows him to get through on Noah Ping as we watch Noah Ping to the outside of ALANISAMBARD. ALANISAMBARD could just sit there and watch as the 55 goes past him around the outside. Obviously not a great run onto the straightaway for the 45 car. And again, going to get gapped a little bit here out of turn number 5. But NIKITA Johnson carving through, looking inside on Ping, and again, NIKITA Johnson able to make a late breaking move for the lead here in Sebring. He takes over at race number 2, and from there, it's over. The number 7 wins round number 2, and he goes 2 in a row to start the 6th round Yacademy Winter Series Championship. Sam Corry ends up 2nd. Noah Ping got a penalty for the wreck on lap number 1, and it promoted ALANISAMBARD for his first podium in the Yacademy Winter Series and the first for International Motorsports.
Were you worried coming in?
I was a little bit because we're using pretty old tires, but I just kept my head down and just kept on passing.
Race 3 is all that's left here. One more session on the racetrack here today.
So the invert race is done. The initial race done. Race 3 set off your best point total, best finishes overall combined from the day. So it's Sam Corry on the outside of the front row, Noah Ping on the inside of row 2, Ellis Pieza and then Elliott Cox, and they're going to go 3 wide for the lead down to turn 1. here on lap number 1. Ping with a big run on the inside. CORRY fully gets clear. And while it looks like Johnson will have some momentum on the outside, Sam CORRY from the outside of the front row gets a good start. And it's the Redline Oil number 14 who leads over Johnson, Ping, Cox, and they are side by side behind for P5. We go through here as the DC Autosport cars go back and forth, and it'll be, I believe, Nick DiOrlando getting through. Battling all the way through here. Even Lockie Hughes throwing some heavy blocks on one of the Ganella Racing cars as back up front, Nikita Johnson trying to take back the lead here. He lost it off the gun, and now he's got the inside going to turn 16 and 17. He'll go deep on the brakes, and the number 7 car will lead the VRD trio. It's in a Velocity Racing development. 1, 2, 3 Johnson, followed by CORRY, and then Noah Ping, who again is trying to make up ground in the point standings after having a disqualification in race number 2. To the outside with a big run now, as CORRY decided to back off and stay behind the 7 car. Ping is going to wash out. He'll get the few marbles on the tires in the outside lane and give up a little bit now as they go side by side behind them here. This is Ellis Spieza getting by. Great battle between teammates of Spieza in the 71 and Nick DiOrlando in the 61. And here comes the 11 car. That's Rodrigo Gutierrez down the inside. Late entry to the USF Junior field here, was testing a Formula Regionals America car. And the VRD driver is looking to go further up the grid. Had to start near the tail end. The 11 fully clear now on Spieza as they head through the middle sector here in Sebring. A nice run forward for Rodrigo. Back behind Spieza here, Nick DiOrlando still running in line, and he got too much curve, and around goes the 61. Early in race number 3, Nicholas DiOrlando out of New York is going to have to come from much further back. Here is more battling through the pack as David Burkett is defending a charge from Ellis Spieza, who goes to the outside. Deep on the brakes for the 71. Does he get clear? It looks like he'll have the momentum. Nice move around the outside for Spieza. Here's DiOrlando coming back to the pack. He'll get by on ALANISAMBARD along with one more. And clear through turn 1. DiOrlando picks up 2 more spots. Meanwhile, up front here for the lead. Oh, and around goes the leader! Nikita Johnson is in the dirt. Noah Ping to the lead here out of nowhere. He had run back down the 7 car after Sam CORRY faded backwards. And Nikita Johnson came on the radio. He said it looked like there was a little bit of oil on the racetrack. And well, it bit him. And Noah Ping is going to score his first career Yacademy Winter Series victory at round 3. So an ecstatic Noah Ping shakes up the standings a little bit. Nikita Johnson and Ping have both broken away so far. They ended up with a near 25-second lead. And again, Elliott Croft works his way up through the order to end up on the box. But a great win for the 55 car and a good points lead for Nikita Johnson. 1-1-2 in the first 3 rounds.
I feel like I just started pushing a little bit too hard the last lap, but other than that, the race was really well.
It was a fun race, and I was trying to save tires throughout the race because we knew it was going to be difficult with the heat. So I knew with like 10 laps to go, I could start pushing and not slide the rears to overheat them. But yeah, ultimately, we got this 55 VRD racing up in first place.